Greater Cincinnati is in the middle of a development boom with dozens of projects underway. On the Business Courier front page centerpiece this week, 20 developments reshaping our city. The Courier editorial team selected these projects not just on size or dollar amount, but on the level of change they will bring to the region. From the 20, the team highlighted the 5 that will have the largest impact in 2017. And number 1 is the MedPace Dolce Hotel project. It's underway here at Madison Road and Red Bank Expressway on and around the campus of medical clinical testing company MedPace. And work started spring 2016 on the $80 million Dolce Hotel at that site. The 239-room hotel should be open in early 2018. Rounding out the top 5 projects are P&G's Beauty Innovation Center in Mason, 4th and Race Downtown, a signature retail residential parking development in the heart of the city's business community, Duveneck Square, a residential and retail development along Washington Street in Covington, and Summit Park, the redevelopment of 108 acres of land, formerly home to a portion of the Blue Ash Airport, as a mixed-use development. And those are just the top 5 of the total 20. Business Courier reporter Tom Demaropoulos covers commercial real estate for the Courier, and as part of the reporting team that put the story together, he joins Business Courier editor Rob Dahlmeyer in the studio. Rob and Tom.
Peg, thank you, and Tom, thanks for being here. When we met, you and me and a couple other people at the Courier to try to build that list of 20, I think we had, what, 40?
Hey, we blew past that 20 number right away.
Yeah,
so there's a lot going on in Cincinnati.
Absolutely. We totally could have done a lot more. But let's focus on not the 20, but the 5 that Peg mentioned. Let's start with MedPace. She talked about the hotel, but that's not all that's going on.
Yeah, that's just a portion of what's happening at that site. So that's going to be a true mixed-use development where MedPace is expanding. They're looking to add about 650 jobs in the next 3 years. And they also want to add a residential component to that site, about 250 apartments. On top of that, you're going to add some commercial space, so restaurant, retail, that type of amenity added to that area, and that's in the heart of kind of Madisonville. That's really going to be a game changer for that community.
Right, and that was one of the sort of the criteria we had, was the impact on the neighborhood that it's in, which you're right about that. Let's talk about P&G and Mason. Why did we pick that one?
Well, one, P&G is one of our largest employers, but this keeps those P&G jobs here in Cincinnati. They're moving from Blue Ash up to Mason, but they're still within the region, and that's where they're going to be doing a lot of really cool, innovative stuff on their products.
So 4th and Race Downtown, which is a property that we've unfortunately had to look at for a long time. What was happening there?
Yeah, so the Pogues Garage is finally coming down, and we'll be seeing a new combined apartment, parking, and retail tower going up there. And that really, that project kind of shows the trend of this combination of uses that we're seeing is really successful in downtown, where you're partnering with apartment developers and a parking garage operator and some street level retail, and that, baking those 3 things together has been really successful in other projects, and 4th and Race is the next iteration of that.
And Duveneck on the south side of the river, Duveneck, why did we put that one on there?
So that's one of those projects that it's not necessarily the dollar size that makes that huge. It's the fact that it's so many new residents that are going to be coming into the city of Covington. That's kind of that project that can really change the landscape, the face of a neighborhood.
Finally, and you did a big cover story on this last year, Summit and Blue Ash. That's a game changer for that city as well.
It is. That land is a golden opportunity for Blue Ash, and they want to make sure they get it right. So what's important to them is that they not only attract new employers, but they want to make sure the employers that are already in Blue Ash want to stay there. So that's what, using that site to bring in amenities and bring in housing options and residential options that employees and residents of Blue Ash want. That's going to be huge for them.
Yeah, these are all going to be fascinating as they take shape, but I think especially Summit. So yeah, thank you very much. It's a great package. You really should check it out if you have time. It's 20 developments that you need to be watching and making sure you read about this year. And back to you.